Now, what was amazing is it started to take root. We started to get some momentum. We were excited about it. And as you may be experienced, as you've gone after big dreams yourself, in the beginning, when you're full of adrenaline and full of passion, momentum starts to happen, right? But then we started to hit some roadblocks. We actually started to hit some real obstacles. Some things like computers going down, losing files, challenges with finding the right manufacturer for the game. Little things like running out of the capital that we thought we'd need to make this dream happen. You know, little things. But also that inner voice, that inner critic started to say, this isn't possible. This isn't now. This isn't realistic. Go do something safe. And honestly, just a few days before our first big dream gathering, our dream was on the ropes. I was a few days away from just chucking the whole thing and giving up, moving on to something different, something safe. But all of a sudden I get hit with this idea that we all have big dreams. We do, don't we? You've all got stuff that's percolating. We've all got big dreams that we're working on, or we'd love to work on, or we'd love to do something with. But most of the time, we don't have enough money, do we? Or we don't have enough time, or we don't think that now's the right time. We just don't even know where to start. So I thought, man, if we could get everybody in a room, if we could get a bunch of people in a room, and everybody could put their dreams up on the walls, and we could look at each other, maybe we could help each other out. So, we are out of money, we think we're out of time. What do? We throw a party, right? It just makes sense. And we did. We called it the Big Dream Gathering, and we invited 20 to 30 of our closest friends over to our house. And we said, come over, write your dreams down on sheets of paper, and we'll put them up on our walls. We can look at each other's and see how we can help each other. And so we did that. On a Tuesday night, for a couple of hours, we said, come to our house, try this out. We had 20 to 30 people come, and our house started to look more like an art museum. People were writing down their dreams and putting them up on the walls, and then everybody was walking around looking at each other's dreams, writing on them, saying, this is great, I love this dream, I'd love to help. Or, you need to know a guy there? I know a guy there, call me. I'd love to back you up on this. Let me see how I can help, call me. Amazing things. And it was a really neat event for a couple of hours on a Tuesday night. And we thought, as everybody left, we were done. But then on Wednesday morning, we started to get phone calls from these folks that were there, asking if they could bring other folks, their friends, to come and see these dreams, and maybe put up their dreams if they wanted to. And my wife and I thought, well, sure, why not? Just for a couple of hours on a Wednesday night. So the next night, we had more people. Some we knew, some we didn't. And more dreams went up on the wall. And people were starting to connect, whether they knew the person or not, saying, oh, I love this dream, I want to help. Or this is a cool thing. This has to happen. I'm excited about this. I can't wait to see it happen. All sorts of things. Again, we thought, Wednesday night, easy peasy, we're done. Thursday, same thing happened. But what was amazing was you started to have total strangers show up to our house. I think my favorite was at 9 o'clock at night on Thursday night, I'm reading stories to our boys in their bedroom. Front door opens. No doorbell, no knock. Front door opens. I hear rumbling in our front room. I'm looking at my son's baseball bat going, should I grab that? What's going on here? I walk out into our kitchen, and there's 2 college students. When they see me, and I'm not holding onto the bat, by the way, when they see me, their eyes go as big as saucers. Maybe it was my jammies. I don't know. But they said, oh, a friend said that we could come and write our dreams down. Is that okay? Sure. I'll be in the son's bedroom reading stories. Continue on. They stayed for an hour and talked about their dreams. By the weekend, we had couples sitting, talking through their dreams. What would work? What didn't? I didn't know you had that dream. This is amazing. Couples all over our living room, our dining room. My wife and I are standing in the kitchen going, where did we lose control? What has happened here? But what we started to realize was that thing that we probably knew was possible, and that all of us have dreams, and that we're all yearning to encourage each other, but also receive that encouragement, receive that help. It was true. And it just kind of happened organically in our house. So that following week, we finally decided to take the dreams down. After a full week, we finally decided to take the dreams down and give them back to everybody that had come. He said, here, take your dreams. Some people had written all over them. Others, it was just the importance of writing down their dream. And they took those dreams home. And you know what happened? Nothing. Nothing happened. I mean, I would love to tell you that the next day the phone started ringing off the hook, that you will not believe what happened, blah, 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 blah. But nothing happened. What I didn't realize was that with dreams, they're kind of like seeds, aren't they? Thousands of seeds had been planted over that time. But even though I grew up in Iowa, my wife grew up on a farm, I wasn't thinking like a farmer. But what do you have to do with seeds? You have to put them in the ground, and they have to start taking root, right? They have to start to sprout. And a lot of that work happens exactly where you can't see it. I'm realizing now I would be a horrible farmer. I would be that guy who would be out in the fields going, looking at the ground going, I know the seeds are in there. What are you doing? I'd be digging in, trying to pull them out, saying, roots, yay. I would probably be a horrible farmer. But what we didn't realize is a lot of these dreams were actually starting to take root. They were starting to sprout. And over time, we actually started to get phone calls and contacts and emails about how some of these things were taking root. Some of them from the connections that happened in our house that we didn't even know about. Some of them just because people had written them down.